Hello, I'm Brady Polansky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 easy steps to get started with Apple Home or HomeKit devices. The first step in creating an Apple Home is to have something that will allow you to control devices. This might include an iPhone, a Mac computer, or even an iPad. Just make sure that they're running some of the latest iOS or OS X respectfully. The second thing is you need to make sure that that device is logged into iCloud. Once you're into iCloud, this allows that information to be stored in your profile and kept private, which is extremely important and one of the top reasons why you might select Apple as your ecosystem. There are lots of things that you can connect to your Apple Home. In fact, there are 22 distinct categories of items that can be included. For example, air conditioners. So you can have an air conditioning unit that can be controlled or viewed or seen within your Apple Home. So you can turn the heat off if someone forgot to do that when they left, or you can have it set automatically to control the heat at a certain time of day. The next category is air purifiers. Here you can have your air purifier turn on or off depending on the circumstances, time of day, or other variables. The next category is bridges. This is one of the more significant areas of categories because it includes a lot of different things that communicate with other things, hence the word bridges. So when you look at the bridges, some devices require a bridge in order to be incorporated into HomeKit, while others can directly communicate with HomeKit. Whether or not you choose to include devices with hubs is a personal preference. I think that there are plenty of devices that are meaningful to have in your smart home that do require their own hub to operate. But the advantage of having a bridge is that once you add the bridge to your HomeKit, then adding devices to that bridge will automatically be included within HomeKit. The next category are cameras. Here you can have cameras included within your HomeKit. And even more importantly, depending on the type of camera, some cameras can be included directly within the Apple Home ecosystem, including its recording and cloud storage. So it never has to leave your local network, and you can still have all of the security presence of having those cameras. Some cameras require hubs, others don't. But you want to look for cameras that are compatible with secure video. The next category is doorbells. A lot of video doorbells can be seen and automated through your smart home. The next category is fans. Here you can control when a fan turns on and off. Faucets are the next category. Here you can control your water flow and other areas of faucets. Garage door openers is the next category. And this one is one that a lot of people really struggle with in getting a decent garage door opener to work with their smart home. But there are several that are HomeKit compatible. Next up is humidifiers. The next category, perhaps the largest of all the categories today, are lights. There are so many different types of lights, switches, and ways to control lights that it's mind-boggling. In HomeKit, not only can you turn those lights on and off, but you can also control their color, their brightness, and other attributes. Next up is locks. Here you can control your door locks for exterior doors within the house. You can tell whether or not a door is locked, and if you want, you can remotely control that to lock or unlock the door. Smart outlets are up next. This is a way to control a device through its outlet that can be turned on and off with your smart home. Next up, AirPlay receivers. Here with your smart home and home theater setup, you can actually control your receivers for not only turning them on and off and changing different settings, but you can also have those home theater receivers play music and whatnot from other Apple devices in what's called AirPlay mode. Next are your routers that you use for your internet within your house. This is followed by security systems. and many different devices within security systems to know whether doors are open, windows are open, there's motion, etc. Along those lines, the next category is sensors. These sensors allow for everything from motion to water to contacts, etc. The next category, as I mentioned before, is AirPlay devices. This allows you to take music or videos or whatever you're playing on an Apple device and send it to one or more other devices within the house. For example, you could set up your entire house so that every device that's capable of playing sound can play music during a party, for example. Next is sprinkler systems. You can turn on and off valves of a sprinkler system or control entire sprinkler systems. The next category is switches. Switches allows you to turn on and off various lights and or dim lights and other controls. The next category is thermostats. As we mentioned before, this allows you to turn on and off your thermostats when you know when people are home or not home, or before you get up or before you go to bed, and so on and so forth. Next up is AirPlay-enabled TVs and other devices. This allows you to not only put the sound on the speakers that we talked about in regular AirPlay, but you can put video up on your TV screens or other devices that you can view. And last but not least is the category of windows and window coverings. This is where you can do smart shades, where you can open and close your shades depending on whether it's daylight or not outside. So now that you've chosen your HomeKit device that you want to get started with, the next step in the process is to open the Home app and configure your home for the first time. What you'll do here is follow the prompts through to go ahead and create the name of your home, where it's located, etc. And then in step 5, you're going to go ahead and press the plus button to add your accessory. When you add the accessory, you have a choice of either scanning the QR code that is associated with the device, or you can enter the code that's associated with the device. So there you have it, the 5 easy steps to go ahead and get started with your Apple Home. Now, as a bonus, one more thing to keep in mind is that if you want to be able to control this device either with automations or control it remotely, then you need to have a device that can act as a hub for your Apple Home. And that would include a HomePod Mini, or a Gen 4 Apple TV or above. So if you have one of those devices, when you set up your Apple Home for the first time, that can become a hub that will allow you to do even more with your smart home. Thank you for taking your time today to watch my video. If you found this information useful, please go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to see more content like that, it would mean a lot to me if you went ahead and subscribed to my channel. Thank you.